50-state carry legislation was just introduced into the 119th Congress. This bill, H.R. 38, also known as the Concealed Carry Reciprocity Act, was just introduced by Representative Richard Hudson with over 100 co-sponsors and has a really good chance to become law if we all work together. I am Ben, and you're watching the Minuteman Moment. But before we get into the video, I wanted to take a moment to tell you about GOA's yearly convention, Goals. The Gun Owners Advocacy and Leadership Summit will be held in Knoxville, Tennessee, August 9th and 10th. Our second annual event will be bigger and better, with workshops, panels, keynote speakers, and more opportunities to connect with leading voices in the Second Amendment community. And of course, this event is free for GOA members. See you there. Okay, now back to the video. For those of you who don't know, 50-state carry, also known as concealed carry reciprocity, would allow for your carry permit to be permissible in all 50 states, similar to how a driver's license works. But also, if you live in a constitutional carry state, you can carry in all 50 states without a permit too. That means that if you obtain a permit in North Carolina, you can carry in New York, no questions asked. Also, your state's constitutional carry law is valid nationwide. So if you live in Texas, you don't need a permit to carry in California. And this is a huge deal. As of today, 50-state carry has been introduced to Congress. Check out this video of GOA VP Eric Pratt and Representative Hudson at his leadership office in the Capitol building talking about the GOA-sponsored bill.
Hey, this is Eric Pratt here of Gun Owners of America, and I'm here with Congressman Richard Hudson. I want to thank you so much for your leadership on the constitutional carry reciprocity bill that you've been introducing session after session. Has the same number this year, H.R. 38, which is a great number. Over 125 co-sponsors already. We really think this is going to be the year. This has to be the year. This is the best time. What would you like to say to gun owners to encourage them in the battle that we have ahead?
Well, I agree with you. I think now is the best time we've ever had, the best opportunity to get constitutional concealed carry into the books, because not only do we have the Republican House and Republican Senate, but we've got a president now who has campaigned on this issue and who will sign this legislation. So we need you to act. We need your help. Call and write to your representatives and ask them to co-sponsor H.R. 38, the constitutional concealed carry reciprocity bill.
Yeah, and one thing I want to point out that's so huge, your bill not only protects people that have permits from their own state to be able to carry in other states, there's 29 permitless carry states. Your bill also protects them to carry permitless carry around the country. That is huge because that totally fits within the Second Amendment, shall not be infringed. That is a huge protection that your bill offers. So what the congressman was just saying, it is important to take action. You can go to our website at gunowners.org, and we have an alert there at the top of the page where you can take action to encourage your representatives to co-sponsor this bill. And if they've already co-sponsored it, then to get other representatives to co-sponsor as well and urge the leadership to bring it to a vote. So thank you all for watching. Thanks for taking action. We're going to get this done.
Let's get it done.
So why are we at GOA so confident that this has a chance to become law? Well, for several reasons. First, the Speaker of the House, Mike Johnson, indicated that he wants to bring concealed carry reciprocity to the floor for a vote in a press release where it directly quoted GOA. In fact, what we said was we're looking forward to working with the Speaker to protect the Second Amendment and to fulfill President Trump's request to pass the National Concealed Carry Reciprocity Act. Speaker Johnson is the exact person who has the power to bring legislation to the floor for a vote, so this is huge. Previously pro-gun bills that had a ton of support in 2017, like the Hearing Protection Act, Concealed Carry Reciprocity, and others, were killed by a leadership that refused to bring them to a vote. Not only that, but Speaker Johnson has been advocating for passing concealed carry reciprocity for years. Just take a look at this clip from 2017.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Today I rise in strong support of H.R. 38, the Concealed Carry Reciprocity Act of 2017. Our constitutional right to keep and bear arms should not be confined by state lines. Yet currently, a person who has legally obtained a concealed carry permit in one state can be denied that right by simply crossing the state's border. Consider my own home state of Louisiana. Our laws rightfully allow for licensed carrying of concealed firearms. I'm a concealed carry permit holder myself. When a Louisianian leaves the state, however, our valid concealed carry handgun permit becomes void, absent an agreement from the state we may be in or traveling through. The Concealed Carry Reciprocity Act that we vote upon today ensures that law-abiding citizens with a concealed carry permit are not denied their Second Amendment right simply because they travel to other states. The Constitution should know no such bound. It does so while also recognizing states' rights by clearly noting that concealed carry holders must follow the law of each and every jurisdiction. As a constitutional law attorney myself, it's critically important to me that the fundamental right of every law-abiding citizen to keep and bear arms is protected. And yes, this legislation is about preserving our God-given freedoms. It's about public safety, and it's about common sense. As noted, our letter by 23 states' attorneys general, including my own home state of Louisiana, affirms that concealed carry laws deter crime. And as my friend and colleague Sheriff Rutherford just said here so well, he reminded us that law enforcement wants the good guys to be armed.
Okay, so that's just the House. But what about the Senate? Well, good news there too. Senate Majority Leader John Thune has been advocating for concealed carry reciprocity for over 15 years. In fact, Leader Thune was the bill sponsor for GOA before Senator Cornyn. And in 2009, Thune actually forced a vote on national concealed carry reciprocity, which shows a lot of leadership on the issue. Thune introduced the bill as an amendment to the National Defense Authorization Act, which is a nice change of pace from the Democrats loading up the bill each year with gun control. Check out his speech.
This carefully tailored amendment will ensure that a state's border is not a limit to an individual's fundamental right. Law-abiding individuals have the right to self-defense, especially because the Supreme Court has consistently found that police have no constitutional obligation to protect individuals from other individuals. The Seventh Circuit explained this most simply in their 1982 Bowers versus DeVito decision, where they said, and I quote, "There is no constitutional right to be protected by the state against being murdered by criminals or madmen. Concealed carry holders have repeatedly proven that they're effective in protecting themselves and those around them. Reliable empirical research shows that states with concealed carry laws enjoy significantly lower crime and violent crime rates than those states that do not. Since criminals are unable to tell who is and who is not carrying a firearm just by looking at a potential victim, they're less likely to commit crimes when they fear that they may come in direct contact with an individual who is armed. State borders should not be a barrier to an individual's right to defend themselves. Concealed carry permit holders, if you look at the data, are 15 times less likely than the rest of the public to commit murder. Criminals, Mr. President, commit crimes, not law-abiding citizens, not people who go down to their courthouse to get a concealed carry permit so that they can defend themselves against the very criminals who routinely break the laws and possess firearms illegally so that they can commit crimes.
Then, in later years, Thune continued to advocate for concealed carry reciprocity.
But the key is to get people at the grassroots level engaged on this. And that means the NRA and Gun Owners of America and readers of your fine publication need to be engaged with their members of Congress in ensuring that they understand what the legislation does and start putting pressure on Congress to get this done. I really believe that this is a fundamental it's a Second Amendment issue. It's something that it's long overdue.
So, leadership in both the House and the Senate are in favor of passing 50-state carry. Finally, we know that President Trump has promised to sign this bill once it reaches his desk.
I will protect the right of self-defense everywhere it is under siege, and I will sign concealed carry reciprocity. Your Second Amendment does not end at the state line. That is how I will bring back public safety to America. I want to thank you. We're going to make America great again, and we're going to make America safe again.
There you have it. President Trump, Speaker Johnson, and Majority Leader Thune are all lined up to pass the GOA-backed Concealed Carry Reciprocity Act into law. Now, this is where we need to get all of you involved. While we know that leadership in both the House and the Senate are ready to pass 50-state carry, we know that individual members of Congress may need to be persuaded to vote. Also remember that we have to beat the filibuster in the Senate, but that's not a lost cause. It just takes pressure and political willpower. President Biden only had a slim majority in the Senate, and he passed plenty of bills, including some gun control. Republicans can also pass pro-gun legislation, but we'll have to hold them accountable and make them put their money where their mouth was on the campaign trail. As many of you know, I'm one of our federal lobbyists here in Washington, D.C., and we can see the pressure building on these individual congressmen. But we need more support. That's why we need you, the viewer, the gun rights activist, the GOA member, to call your House representative and senators at 202-224-3121 to let them know that they need to support H.R. 38, the Concealed Carry Reciprocity Act. Now, thanks for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to stay up to date with GOA's latest fights for your rights.